Hey guys, welcome to December week 3. This is our Monday, Tuesday video. The next video that I make is going to be our review video for December curriculum before testing next week. So before we get going today, I want you to get warmed up, do some exercises, jumping jacks, push-ups, sit-ups, front ups, where you swing that leg up front, get that nice stretch in your leg, and then finish up with 30 seconds of mountain climbers or hold a plank or jogging with high knees, something to get your heart rate going and warmed up. Ready, set, go. Okay, so today we are going to start off reviewing the elbow strikes that we've learned, the horizontal elbow strikes. And we've got 2 variations of the horizontal elbow strikes, all right? So the first variation we're going to do is the one where we're using our rear hand. So the hand that's on the same side as our back leg. And this is the one that gets the power from the burst, all right? And remember, when you burst in, your back leg stays back, right? To break it down kind of slow motion, you pick up your front foot, step forward onto your front foot, landing with a nice bent knee, and that back leg stays back. The heel comes up a little bit because you're going to be twisting forward into that horizontal elbow, hitting with the front side of your elbow, right? So just a quick review, we've got burst, and that elbow twists around to the front, okay? So again, from your ready stance, bring your elbow up nice and high, and then when you burst in, twist that elbow forward. All the power comes from your body moving. It is not from this, all right? So in your ready stance, burst in, no. All right, so I want you to do 10 of those horizontal elbows, 5 on each side. So 5 with your right side back, and then after you do 5 on that side, 5 with your left side back. Ready, set, go. All right, now we've got our second variation on the horizontal elbow, which uses now our forward hand with the same side as our forward foot. And this one generates power from shifting, all right? So just a quick reminder, you're shifting your feet, stay in one place, they don't move. All they do is pivot or turn to the side, right? And it's important that you always have one knee bent. So you start with the forward knee bent. When you shift, now it switches. The back leg is now bent. The front leg is straight, okay? And you're still facing, looking in front of you, all right? So just a quick breakdown. Bring that front elbow up nice and high. Shift, keeping your eyes looking forward, okay? And then you come right back into your ready stance. Elbow up, shift, and come back. All right, so what I want you to do is I want you to do 5 of those horizontal elbows with the forward hand shifting, coming right back, always keeping your eyes towards the front. You don't want to go like this and turn away, because then you're giving the back of your head to the target, to the person that you just elbowed in the face. They're going to be pretty mad about that, so you need to be ready, right? So 5 on each side, shift, and come back of the second variation, horizontal elbows. 5 on each side. Ready, set, go. All right, so now we're going to put these together into an elbow combination. It's going to be the first variation where we burst in and then follow up with our other hand, shift. Okay? All right, so again, slowly it's burst in with that rear side elbow, and then this hand is in cover when you come in. Now all you're doing is basically switching your elbow position and shift around, all right? Again, slowly it's burst in and shift with the other elbow coming across in front, all right? If you switch sides, same thing, it's the rear hand side that's gonna burst in, and then the other one shifts across, and then returning back to your ready stance after that shift. That little pair of elbow strikes is gonna end up being part of the larger combination for our test day combination. I think it's going to be pretty cool. All right, so one more time. It's burst in, keep that back leg back so that you can shift for the second one, right? If you don't keep the back leg back and you go like this, well, now you're not going to be able to reach all the way around with that second elbow strike, right? So the first one blasts in. Basically, you're hitting them in the chin, shoves their head back, and then as they're bringing their head back down, boom, that second elbow comes across the side of their face, all right? So the first one, that first horizontal elbow comes straight in, smashing their face back. The second one, boom, comes across the side, smacking their face, the side of their face. I think it's a pretty fun combination. It's kind of fun to imagine defending yourself against a bad person and being able to fight them off if needed, right? So one more time, burst in and shift with the forward hand and then come right back to that ready stance. So I want you to do 5 of that combination on each side. Ready, set, go. All right, so next up is going to be a review of the 5 strikes kata. If you have not been doing it with something in your hand, today I would like you to start practicing it while holding on to something. Today in class, we're just going to use these short sticks. Okay, we use these in warrior and adult classes sometimes to simulate a knife. So appropriate that this is something we use on test day. However, in class, we will do it with the wooden bolo blade that I demonstrated with on the first day this month, all right? But now I'm wanting you to think about what it's like to have something in your hand, right? So remember, your first move is a step thrust right down the middle. The blade is coming straight out the middle towards their stomach. And then you bring it back across here, and you're swinging towards their knee. The end of that stick wants to strike their knee. Then when you bring it up high, that stick is coming over, and you're striking in this area of their body. So over, and then you step, bringing your blade back behind you. Again, now going for the knee from the other side, and coming back over the top, same target area, head and collarbone, and then we step back and then return to our ready stance. So practicing now with something in our hand, even if it is a toy sword or toy knife. So I know some families are okay with that, others are not. That's all right. Get a stick, just something, even with your parents' permission, even like a butter knife from the drawer, right? But think about which way the blade is pointing. When you're having this in your hand, you want the blade pointed away from you, right? It comes straight out with the blade pointed down. When you bring it back, now the blade is coming at an angle, okay? And when you bring it back, the blade is what's coming down and across. Stepping forward, now the blade is coming back up. The blade side is up, bring it back up. Now the blade side is coming down, stepping back, and then returning. All right, so spend some time practicing your kata with a knife-like object in your hand, thinking about the angle of the blade as it comes up, as it comes down in those over strikes. I know that wasn't just in the correct order just now, but I want you to think about where the blade is as you're striking, because that's what's going to help your kata look nice and sharp on test day. So spend a few minutes practicing the kata with something in your hand, imagining make sure you're having the blade pointing in the correct directions. All right, ready, set, go. All right, guys, next thing you're going to be practicing today is your outside blocks. Remembering from a good ready position, those outside blocks are reaching out, okay? I see a lot of kids go, and it's in really close, and that's how when you're going to miss, and the punch may make it to your face. So you want to make sure that you're reaching out with those outside blocks so that you're blocking it before it gets anywhere near your face, okay? Because keeping your hands in close like this, there's a much better, higher chance, not a good chance, but a higher chance that you may get hit in the face. You may miss it, or right as you're intercepting it, it's going to drive your own hand into your face, right? So you really want to make sure that you are reaching out with those outside blocks, okay? It's not a straight arm out like this, right? Because that's not a very good position. It leaves you really open down low if they tried to go for a low punch. So it's out and come right back, out and come right back, okay? So I want you practicing some outside blocks. If you have a helper with a mitt or even just with their hands, right? If they're swinging at you with their hand, the puncher should be aiming for your face, going around the hands. That way, when you block, you need to reach out and hit them mid-forearm, almost to their elbow, okay? All right? If they're using mitts, the mitts do not want to go towards your face. You want to swing the mitts to the ideal blocking position where they need to reach out and hit it about this distance from the face. So with a slight bend in the elbow, you need the mitt to be out here on this side, okay? Whereas if you're swinging punches, you need the hand to be almost close enough to reach the face so that they can block the arm in the proper position. All right, so practicing those outside blocks, make them nice and snappy, make them hard, right? If someone's really swinging at you with their full speed and power, you got to block with full speed and power as well in order to stop that. So I want you to keep that in mind. Helpers, as they get more comfortable, speed it up a little bit, right? Still keep a safe distance so that you're not actually going to be able to hit their face. So even if you're within a couple inches, that's going to help them develop that reach out to stop the hand from getting to their face. All right, so spend about 30 seconds to a minute practicing outside blocks, nice and snappy and powerful. Ready, set, go. All right, guys, last thing we need to go over today on our sheet for excellence is our Bible verse. So here we go. Whatever is true, honorable, just, pure, and right, think about these things, which are excellent and worthy of praise. Philippians 4:8. All right, so we need to think about, what do those words mean? Well, whatever is true, that means whatever is honest, whatever is the truth, not just things that are made up and incorrect, okay? Whatever is honorable. Honorable is something that's worthy of honor. That means it's worthy of respect. Okay, now we have talked about that. We're going to be polite to people whether they deserve it or not, right? There are things in life that are honorable when you see people making sacrifices, choosing to do the right thing in difficult situations, being truthful, being honest, right? So those are good things to think about. Things that are just, fairness, justice. When you see someone give forgiveness, showing grace and mercy, that is part of God's style of justice. All right, and then whatever is pure, things that are what's the word that I'm looking for? Pure meaning that they come from out of love, right? It's you could describe pure as clean and holy, but I don't want you guys to think that has to do with like dirt, right? It has to do with what's on the inside, a clean heart. So we're not thinking about ugly things and mean things and horrible, scary things, all right? We don't want to think about those things. The opposite of that would be thinking about good things, pure things, lovely things, beautiful things. And then whatever is right. Okay, that goes along with the truth and honorable and just. Think about doing the right thing, okay? It says to think about these kinds of things which are excellent, right? They're very good. Those are very good things, and they're worthy of praise. That means you can talk about it and say good things about all of these different kinds of things that you observe, right? So that's a way of encouraging you to not
be always having negative thoughts, right? If you're always thinking, I can't do anything right, everyone's always so mad, nobody wants me to be happy, or my parents are just so mean, right? Those kinds of thoughts are not any of these things. The truth is your parents love you. The truth is your parents want to do what's best for you and help you grow into a flourishing human being and a grown-up someday. The truth is that you have a choice to do the right thing. You have a choice to make good decisions, right? And sometimes we do mess up. And so when you do have a time where you mess up, maybe you get in trouble, maybe you're getting punished, maybe you're having a timeout in your room, or you're grounded from something, right? Use that time to learn from what you messed up on, right? Not, oh, my parents are so mean, I can't believe I got caught, how can I get away with it next time? That is not honorable, that is not right, that's not pure and lovely. But what would be a good way to look at it is, man, why did I decide to do that? That wasn't a smart decision. What could I do differently next time so that I do the right thing? You have to decide how you're going to think about things, whether negatively or positively. And the Bible encourages us to learn and grow and think positively from the times that we have messed up. All right, so that's all I got for you guys today. Next video is going to be our review video with our testing combination, so don't miss it. See you next time.